What's up, everyone? It's Gabby Trades here, and welcome back to the channel. Is crypto trading really worth the risk during this FOMC week? This is what we're here to find out today. But before we get rolling, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and hit the small bell notification so you never miss a live breakdown. Hi, everyone. As Stanimir says to wait, I'm more like, let's go. I don't know. What do you guys feel? Should we go? Let's give it a little bit. Tony, good evening, mate. How you doing? How you doing? We're just giving like, I don't know. Kuhn is here. Hello. I don't know. I usually start with like a minimum amount of people. Lily, hello. Very happy to see you guys here. Diamond Eyes, can't wait. Philip, okay, cool. So the major gang is here. That's what I'm interested to see. Okay, if the main people are here, we're good to go. We're good to start. Did you guys have a good weekend? Let me know in the chat box. And we're gonna kick it off straight up. I actually broke my headphones. I don't know if you can see. If you can see like how they are. I was just feeling they're not the same today. You know, it's. I was like, what's going on? I actually broke them. All right, here we go. So we have a major week ahead. This week is very major because we can see that the Federal Reserve is widely pro to cutting interest rates this week. So that is simply meaning one thing, that, you know, money are getting cheaper, right? Borrowed money are going to be cheaper. So that, of course, is going to help us. It's going to help the stocks. It's going to help the crypto, because investors are willing to take on more risk when the money costs less. The one thing, though, that everyone is forgetting is the reason why we cut rates, right? So that happens usually because the economic conditions are softening, right? And when you have declines in the markets, I don't want to say exactly when, but I'm just exactly what, but I'm going to tell you dates. Like, for example, 2008, right? You know what happened? YouTube is being like really serious nowadays, so I have to be careful what I say, but like 2008, everybody knows what happened, right? Then 2020, everybody knows what happened. And these things happened after the Fed started cutting rates, not before, right? So I really like this picture here of Powell, Jay Powell. I think he's really cute. Right, so these things are happening, and then these unfortunate events happen after that. So we are anticipating a 25 basis points cut. We kind of know that, right? This is happening literally in 2 days on Wednesday. So very excited about that. But what should we be prepared for, right? So when I say that, you're going to be like, okay, well, of course we know that, but I'm just going to say it, right? We're either going to have a quick jumps to the new highs, especially in stocks, right? Maybe not new highs in Bitcoin, but stocks are trading near all-time highs, so we might see that. The other scenario is going to be buy the rumor, sell the news, right? So always, that's kind of what we're dealing with, right? And the reason for that is going to be if traders consider the cut to be a signal of economic weakness. That's the only reason when this is going to happen. Now, we also have Japan rising 10-year yield bonds. They are the highest since 2007. So the highest level since 2007. So the traders are now expecting that Japan is going to raise rates at their upcoming meeting. Now, if you guys don't know, Japan is what is that going to mean? Well, Japan is going to stop the cheap money, right? Because global investors have been relying on these cheap money for decades, right? Because Japan had their rates near to non-existent. So big funds were then borrowing in yen and then investing the money in US stocks, in US bonds, whatever you can think of, even crypto, right? But if their rates are hiking, that trade is going to unwind. This is what they call the carry trade. So basically, the unwinding of that is going to trigger a global equity sell-off, right? Global equity sell-off, Why is that? Well, simply because investors are going to sell their foreign assets and they're going to bring the money back home. It's really as simple as that. So that is why this trade is really important. Hello, Methodical Marcus. That's why this is the hidden chart that's important for this month for us, because imagine we don't have any other news that are currently happening in the US economy or whatever. Like we don't get no tweets from Trump and then suddenly the market sells off. Well, it's going to be because of that. So we do have to watch that. All right, very important. Now, in terms of fear and greed, we're sitting at 40 today. That's the CNN fear and greed. Yeah, we kind of jumped up a little bit, but still not out of fear territory. So that's very important to note. What else do I have here in terms of news? Oh, yeah. Strat. So basically, the problem with Strat right now is, oops, what did I do? The problem with Strat right now is that basically they pretty much said that strategy said that they don't want to sell Bitcoin. Okay, it won't be good for the ecosystem. They don't want to do it. They want to be nice guys. Okay, they want to be the good guys. They don't want to sell Bitcoin. But the thing that was said also was so basically now, as we're looking at Bitcoin winter, which means they're looking at the bear market, and as they're seeing their MNAV, which basically means modified net asset value. So their MNAV is compressing, which is not good, definitely not good. So their hope is that their MNAV doesn't go below 1, because if it's at 1, they're solvent. If it's below 1, they're not solvent anymore. So that's a huge problem, right? Because if they're not solvent, they have to sell. They have to sell Bitcoin. They don't have a choice, right? Hit the like button, you guys, everyone. We have 25 people here. Captain JJ's here as well. Lovely. We're catching the Americans. Love it. Does that make sense? Okay. So MNAV goes below 1. They immediately become insolvent. And an MNAV above 1 means the strategy trades at premium to its Bitcoin holdings. So yeah, they really don't want to sell the Bitcoin, you guys. They really don't want to. They want to be nice guys. They don't want to sell it. Okay, we really appreciate that, but we don't really. They won't have a choice, right? So if they have to sell it, they'll sell it. So basically, what they're saying is they're gonna sell it, right? They're gonna sell it. Just as the same way the Bitcoin miners are selling their Bitcoin, they're gonna sell. And that's gonna be not so nice. Yes, you guys, in the description box, join Discord for my daily updates. It's free for you to do. Make sure to join Discord. And also, sorry, but if you didn't grab the course on discount, it's not on discount anymore, because it should have never been on discount, really. But the one thing though I said, and I'm gonna stay behind my word, is that if you are in the VIP Discord, you're still gonna get discounts on the course. All right. Coolio. Let's see what's happening at the charts. We're gonna look at Solana after we look at Bitcoin and everything else. So we had 2 trades after midweek last week. It was very slow. So this was a trade that we took, I think, on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we took that short last week. Perfect. Take profit, all ideal. Take profit came in Friday, which was not great. You know, Friday is a whatever day. I try to stay away from the charts on the weekends. You guys know that's probably the best thing you're gonna do for your career in general. So the thing is, right, price was trading around daily support. I thought this is a very good long down here. Nice confirmations on a lower time frame. So it was for me reasonable to long, right? Everything was in line for me to come long here for Bitcoin. But I'm risk off at the moment. I'm not gonna hold that trade, so I'm my stop is at break even at the moment. So if it happens so that it just comes back to my entry, I don't care. Yeah, weekend was a chop fest. So essentially, if you didn't have the entry so low, such as myself, you would have probably found yourself, like, whether you're buying or selling over the weekend, you would 1000% be wrecked without question, right? Without question. Diamond Eyes, I learned that from you and I love it so much. Not trading at weekends. Yes. So one good thing that happened is that we had the true month open. Finally, you see the yellow vertical line. So finally, we have entered into December price action. So I'm very interested to see how that's going to play. On a daily time frame, we have a very weak buy confirmation over here that happened over, last week Tuesday, I'd say. Last week Tuesday. But since we have the true month open at these levels, below levels, very low levels, I have very mixed feelings about this. But also looking at the chart in general and where we are, there is a very high chance that we might snap up out of nowhere. So I heard that Trump has some announcement. I don't know, Dodgy told me on Discord. Is that true? That Trump's got some announcement? I won't be surprised, right? Especially looking at Sol. Look at Sol. We have not a double liquidity formation, but like something similar to a double liquidity formation, which is just two liquidity points, one to the upside and one to the downside. And then I kind of like go to the left and I'm trying to see where we currently are. Like, you guys understand how important these levels are, right? That we mark 140, 144. Historically, they're very important. Very important points. Remember that Trump pump over here in March? Same levels, right? We're trading even below these levels, but we might as well just get another pump. Everyone, make sure to like this video. We need to pump the live streams because we changed the timing and not all of our viewers are able to attend for some reason, which is ridiculous. But anyways, from this similar price point is where we had the pumps in March in association with Trump. The Trump pump and dump, basically. So I won't be surprised if something happens, but the fact that you're trading below levels on Solana, on Bitcoin, it's not very great, right? You're rejecting from the breaker block zone. Like I told you guys that this is going to be important. That's why a hedge sell was necessary, in my opinion. Thank you. I will keep the strong work. So yeah, the hedge for me was just made a lot of sense. I still have the short open. Some of the position open. Of course, I took profits because I hedged long as well. But let's see what happens. We still need to see the true week open in order for us to develop some sort of trading bias. So for now, we're just kind of identifying where we currently are, especially that we have the true month open sitting at 90,377. Okay. It's not ideal. What can I tell you? It's really not ideal. Trading below these levels is just not going to be great, right? We want to maintain the daily support. We don't want to lose it, because if we lose it, coming from the 0.5, you guys know what that means. If you don't know what that means, get on the range model theory course. I don't even have the link for it. Do I have the link for it? You have the link in the description box anyways, don't you guys? Okay, my cat's like on one. Do not touch my camera. Sorry, you guys. I have to tell her off sometimes. So this is the course right now. If you're a VIP, you're gonna get discount. If you're not a VIP member on the Discord group, you're not gonna get a discount. Okay, the way you can get your VIP on Discord is very simple. You just have to be registered with Bluffin under my link, and use it, right? Because that's the safest exchange, in my opinion. I really like them. Stop it. Stop it. You know, the only good thing about this whole situation, which is not actually great, but is still okay, is that Ethereum is trading above $3,000. That I like. Okay, she is... Hey, stop it right now. Don't touch my camera. She's... Someone's trying to bait her right now. Bait harder. I would suggest bait harder. This is hilarious. Oh man. Yeah, so Ethereum trading above 3,000. I like that. She does. Yeah, she's still just a baby. Trading above 3,000. I like that. The thing that I don't like is, again, on a higher time frame, that's the 0.5. So rejecting that, it's going to hurt my feelings, and it probably is going to hurt the trade in general. And if everything goes well, we do have liquidity to look forward to, 3,600. So taking it day by day. For now, 3,000. Just stay above 3,000 Ethereum, please. Okay. Solana, extremely disappointing. We can't break above 144. That was the thing that we wanted to see, and it's just not happening. We reached 144 last week, and we just sold off from it. Created a higher low here in, you know, the short term. But we left liquidity down below. So all of these things, hello, Dano, we need to be aware of, right? I mean, I can look at XRP if you guys care. But I mean, similar situation. We have liquidity, but we can't break levels. We can't break levels, right? So what does happen from here on? If we happen to sell from down here, although now we're at 4-hourly support, like literally right now, this is 4-hourly support created beginning of November, that we're trying to maintain at the moment. Is it stronger than the daily? Probably not. But essentially, when you have the formation like that, you have this sort of a mini area down here to consider as a strong area. So that's going to be like 19822 and 19883. So minuscular area, but still, I think one to look definitely out for. And then again, as usual, we're going to use the 0.5 once again as a level of support. And then if we can completely fail, then we have 177, etc., etc. Right? What else? I mean, I think it's completely useless to look at alts at the moment, but do you guys want me to look at anything in particular? Do you have any altcoin that is of interest at the moment? I mean, BNB is trading in between levels right now. Dano, BTC we just looked at. Trading in between levels, I'd say we need to bring it above 936 at least. Above 936 at least. And then if we do that, if we manage to bring it above here, right, confirm it as support, then 1000 is going to be the next level. Yes, hit the like button, everyone. How many likes do we have today? How many likes do we have? I don't know about Zcash. We can look at it for sure. You said you're planning to short. That's going to be interesting. Oh, look at that pump. Are you kidding me? 22% out of our buy zone. What? This is on something. Like, I don't understand. I really don't understand Zcash. Okay, fine. You had liquidity on the 4-hour time frame, but you have it with Ethereum and with Solana as well, but you didn't just go for it like that. You know what I mean? So it just doesn't make sense. Why is it trading like that? Was it at a buy level? It was. Is it at resistance right now? It definitely is at resistance. But it's just the way that this thing moves, I don't trust it. Not at all. To be fair. So I think Zcash is like a degen trade at the moment, unfortunately. You know, I had a friend that is a whale, and I wanted to get him to trade with us. And he literally texted me today and he was like, I blew my account. The only thing he was trading was Zcash. So I was like, I don't know what to tell you. You know, I mean, if you're doing that, if you're blowing your account trading Zcash, that's definitely sus. Like that's not trading. You're just punting. You're just punting. You happen to have some money and you blow it, you give it to the markets. Like, no. You know, I consider that not very good. I don't, you know, we don't do that kind of stuff. Tau doesn't look that bad. Currently it's trading above daily support, so that's good. We have some liquidity at 316, so we're just like really hoping to maintain that level, right? Because we already kind of tapped into the zone from the triangular formation. By the way, you guys, if you want the indicators, you can get them with 30 days free trial. You guys wanted trials. I couldn't do it before because I didn't own the indicators 100%, but now I own them. So if you want to get them, the link is in the description box, also in the chat box, to test them for 30 days. They're going to help you identify the levels a lot. Hi, Tommy. What do you mean we broke 70? What do you mean that? What do you mean with that? So the problem is this week we're expecting a lot of volatility, right? So ideally, if you're already positioned before this week, that's the best in my opinion, right? You have a trade that you're in profit, you've hedged it, and you've secured your positions, you're hedged, so you can come on top regardless of what the outcome is. Do you know what I mean? That's how you need to be managing your trading before news. Because if you want to get positioned at news, that doesn't work. Most of the times it doesn't work, because whatever the highs and the lows of the news candle are going to be, they're generally targeted, both of them. Does that make sense? The high, the data high, we call it data, news data high, and news data low, developed over the news periods, are liquidity points. So yeah, that was also the reason why I wanted to be in some trades already, and to risk a little bit and do a little bit more over the weekend, so I can afford that. Now, I want to show you something I think is very important for anyone that's here. Only if everyone has liked this video. So I don't know how many people we have live. Stanimer is going to check, but we have to have more likes than people live with us at the moment, and that's how I'm gonna know that you deserve me to tell you this. Although if you've been studying the range model theory, you should probably know that already. Okay, live 26 live. Where is everyone? That's embarrassing. Okay, so we're missing 3 likes immediately, everyone. 4 likes we're missing, so 4 people responsible for this. It's actually annoying because we were stuck at like, thank you, Leslie. Thank you, sweetheart. We were like doing 40 people. One time we had 90 people live um during the London sessions, but now that we moved to New York, we have to push the algorithm more, you guys. We have to get discovered somehow. I don't know how. It's really annoying, but we're gonna get there. Anyway, so this was the range on ETH BTC. I really like that range because it helped me identify the buying and the selling points. You guys know, discount, premium. The interesting thing is, right, when we came here, we wicked the range, right? We came back down 0.5 retests, and now we're trying to break the range with a body. So let's see if that's gonna work today. Gabby Trades rocks. Thank you. You guys are the best. You guys rock. Anyway, so 0.5 is, holding 0.5 is going to mean that this is bullish. And most importantly, price was holding even at the upper side of the range, okay? Honestly, I'm going to tell you something, right? The charts are not looking that terrible right now. They really aren't looking that terrible. Besides Bitcoin, I mean, it's looking horrible. Like this could just be another bearish distribution, and we could drop down to retest the true year open at 78.2. Leslie, if you were stuck on an island for 4 months and got back to screen, how would you approach from scratch? You mean the markets? If I was stuck on an island for 4 months and then I come back, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my model to find out where I am currently in the year, right? So what part of the year I am, what cycle of the year. I would analyze the markets on a weekly time frame, and then I will jump down to the daily and see in terms of the month where are we standing. And then I'm gonna check the crypto market specifically. I'll check Bitcoin, I'll check Ethereum, I'll check the totals, and then I'm gonna do what I do every day, which is what I do with you guys. So the process is gonna be exactly the same. There is gonna be no difference in my process whatsoever. And actually my memory is not that great, so I pretty much have to, if I don't have it charted, I would potentially forget. So that's why I have the indicators, so I don't have to chart every day. And I highly recommend you guys, it's just open the chart, see the levels, don't think about it. You don't need to, because you need to think about other stuff. You need to think about your execution, right? You need to think about your risk management. You need to think about your emotions, right? And that's a lot already on its own. Couple that with everything else and it's just hard. So yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that the long seems like it's not gonna work. But it might do, right? You never know. What else do we have as I think we saw everything that you guys wanted me to see besides ADA, I think. Right? Now we're talking educational wise. Raza, you're never late, man. You guys, don't worry. You come on the stream when you can, okay? Educational wise is I always give you education. Everything that I do on a daily basis is show you how I use the markings on my chart and how I mark them and how I would execute. That's what I show you every day. And that's the most education you're going to get out of any YouTube live stream you could potentially see, right? If you're worried about the basics and stuff like that, ask me in the chat box, just like you did, just like Leslie did, because I'm not worried about the basics. I don't think about them anymore. ADA, not too bad. daily liquidity over here. I kind of like that. This is not too bad, which we already kind of had formed actually, because since I've marked these two lows down here. So yeah, this is becoming now our big buy block, 0.27, 0.36. Yeah, it's big, but it is what it is. It should be holding at this point. And then you're aiming for, you know, for 0.69 and potentially looking at resistance at 0.7 really. So Tau, we already looked at. We looked at Tau already. We looked at Tau. My list is completely... Pepe doesn't look too bad either, to be fair. Similar thing to ADA, looking at this high over here. So I'm looking forward to that. Gabby, are the US stock markets pricing in rate cuts? For sure they are. 1000% they are. Like, look at NASDAQ, look at, you know, we were expecting for this sell-off up here, and we're selling off right now, so. But where was our resistance point? This is what I wasn't sure. Where is it? Is it 1 hourly we were looking at? Yeah, we wanted to come basically clear these highs and then sell off, which is what's happening right now. So that's nice to see. Oh yeah, 4 hourly we were looking at. See how the retracements are a little bit deeper in equity. But it just works like a clock, you guys. I'm telling you, just get your indicators, just get them, and you probably be very, very happy that you did. Interestingly enough, Russell's still doing quite all right, and it seems like it has that liquidity up here that still needs to take, but this scammage up here was horrible back in October. So let's see now, potentially they have to clear that. I don't have that in my list. Oh, because that's my TradFi list. Hold on. How did I manage to break these headphones? Now I need to buy headphones. It's bear market. I don't want to buy anything. Not bad, not bad. This is the range basically. Yeah, this is most probably going to trade above 720. You know, just rejecting a little bit right now, but it should be fine. This was the level we were looking at, 446. Holding very nicely. Liquidity grab at the moment. Since 1st of December, and now you're just kind of like ranging before you choose whether you want to retest the lows or you just want to continue high. But as per the range model theory, this is going to touch 720, right? And it might face resistance over here, but we have these double tops up here, so that's also going to be a target. But these ones down here might prove to show some resistance. Okay. And then potentially you're looking to grab these ones up here. That's how I see it for now. Yes, smash the like button. What coin is that, Jamie Barisov? I have no idea. What is that? No discounts. Yes, I need to buy headphones, so no more discounts for you guys. Why do you want me to shake that? I don't understand. All right, well, you know, I mean, you had that liquidity up here. You just took it with last week. and snapped back, and now you're trading below ultimate support yet again. This level shouldn't have been broken, but it's actually kind of nice. Like for a setup, this is not too bad. I wish we had a little bit more like trading up high, like a little bit higher, and then have that, you know, on 10th of October. But solidify the support first over here. I think that's important. Solidify the support, start breaking more levels, and then maybe something's gonna happen, right? Because this high has been left up here. But I don't know, that's me dreaming. For me, genuinely, the market is broken right now. Broad location services at work with listening. Yay! Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully it's helpful for you, all that we do here. Yay, we just had a new sub. Finally. That means we're at 2,870 subs right now. I don't know why I feel we should be at like 10,000 subs right now, but I feel like I've made a lot of mistakes in my choice of how I distribute my time, you know. Just learning, in the learning process of this streaming, and then having to trade as well, and then having to educate you guys. But it's gonna work out, you know. Yeah, near trading below levels. I'm not doing anything with near until we trade above levels. So, you know, trading below 2.2, I don't even want to see it, right? I don't want to see it. I don't want to look at it. Trading below 3, same thing, right? Start trading above $3, then I'm going to look at it. Injective, just absolute mess. Do we have any other charts? Yes, we do. Absolute mess. You know, this is the kind of situation where you're rejecting 0.5. You're rejecting it, and you're trading sub-zero. Very nasty, but that's why we have the high time frame ranges, right? Because it's important. On a lower time frame, you have different legs. On a higher time frame, you have different legs. So not interested in this asset whatsoever. AVAX, I used to like it. I don't like it anymore. Again, you know, it has double liquidity. It has potential for something to happen, but I don't see it happening anytime soon, right? If we're having to be real, you have the double liquidity formation, you have the double bottoms here. So this is all a buy zone, essentially anything between $8 and $17, like higher time frame. I'm saying like that's an area that I would be interested in. 10th of whatever, when we had the liquidation, came all the way down, traded even below a little bit, snapped back up, and then slowly bleeding down. I'm just totally not interested in it at the moment. Totally not interested in it. It's very weak, extremely weak. I have no reason to be involved in this asset. The only thing I want to trade right now is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and maybe Solana. I'm not even sure if I want to touch Sol. Because on a higher time frame, Sol has liquidity, right? Sol has liquidity at $120. Sol has liquidity at $100, right? $95. So, you know, Ethereum holding above $3,000, I can trade that. You know, everything else can go kick rocks at this point. Sailor gonna be forced to sell bitcoins? Well, yeah, we were just talking about it. You know, do I have the article here? Do we have the article? Is that the one? Yeah. So basically there's, you know, they're saying they don't want to do it. Here it is. We have most Bitcoin. Us selling Bitcoin would be terrible for the ecosystem, and it won't be good for the narrative. Okay, Fong Li. CEO of strategy. They want to be the nice guys, but you know, even if you want to be a nice guy, you're still a CEO of a company, and if your MNAV goes below 1, it's going to mean that you are insolvent. And being insolvent means that you have to sell to cover your liabilities. Does that make sense? Raza says that he was a fan of ARP, but now I don't want to see it. Same thing with me. Like I was fan of a lot of charts. A lot of charts looked very nice. If everything was trading normally, we would have made, you know, good money on it. But I've never managed to make anything on any altcoin, you know, holding it this year. 0 in loss completely. And if anyone on Twitter or X, nowadays X, comes and tells you that they're not in a loss, they're lying to you. They're lying, right? Whether it's realized or unrealized, it's still a loss. So they're just lying, right? They're like, hey, when something pumps, they're like, oh my God, I told you guys, I told you. What did you tell me, you a-hole? What did you tell me? You told me nothing. You know nothing about anything, okay? You're not a market maker. You're a nobody that is bold and is just lying to people. And you're desperate for $5, so shut the F up. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. I can't watch it anymore. I don't want to hear it. So I want to be active on X, but like the thing is, how can I be active on X when I open and every single account that I see on X that is posting 8 to 9 times per day, they're not the real people. There is some dude sitting in India. Which way is India? I don't know. Some dude sitting in India or Pakistan or whatever that is talking about the charts and is chat GPTing stuff all day and is feeding you guys on Twitter. And you think that you're watching your favorite influencer posting for you on Twitter every day? You're wrong. You think they have time to post 9 times on Twitter? Create posts, create threads? It takes freaking 2 hours to do that. I don't have time for that. They don't have time for that. So some Indian dude is writing. The female accounts you're following, everyone that has above 20k followers on Twitter, they probably have a Pakistani managing their account, either pretending to be a girl or pretending to be a male influencer. And you guys are going, liking, sharing. Let's go. My favorite influencer. Get out of here. Honestly, get out of my... I can't do it. Raza, you're from Pakistan. Pakistan, the greatest country in the world. No, it's just because it's cheap. That's why they do it. Just because it's cheap, you know? That's why they do it. And then everyone's like, oh my God, reshare the tweet. We love you. You're so smart. So yeah, that's why I don't post on X, because I open X and I see all of this BS that is being posted, like literally the same news reposted 15,000 times. But I don't want to, I just close it. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it. Like you have to literally be brain dead to take that in. Tell us how you really feel. Yeah. Oh man, don't... sorry for the rant, you guys. Don't get me started. But anyways, right? Anyways, we're trading sort of above daily resistance right now, below 3 months open, which might be bullish tomorrow. But not today. Coming from the 0.5, very sus. Rejecting the sell breaker block, very sus. We have only 1 buy confirmation so far and about 2 sell confirmations so far. So the selling bias is outweighing the buying bias at the moment. This is what we're dealing with. Okay, you guys, yes, make sure everyone please like the video if you haven't. By the way, leave a comment below. If you want to go on Twitter, you can follow my X account in the description box, and make sure to reshare the post where I'm inviting people to the stream so they can watch the video, so this video can reach more people. Okay, superstars. And then tomorrow we're back on. And then if you haven't joined Discord, I'm gonna show you how to do it. First, make sure we don't get any ads. See, where is all the people? I don't know. First of all, this is the link for the Discord down here. The trading course link is here, and then we have the trading indicators, which you guys get for 30 days free now if you want to use the trial, also down here. And if you want to just trade with the best out of the best, you're going to Bluefin, right? Because they're very ethical, you guys. And you get a lot of bonuses, right? Deposit bonuses, just transfer. I don't care where you trade, you have to be on Bluefin. That's how I feel about it. And my X account is down here, okay? Tommy, I love your rant section of your stream. Should make it a regular theme. You guys just start me. You know how to start me. I'm very easy to start. Just start me on the rant and I'll keep going. It's just ridiculous. So stupid. You know, they're just ruining the algorithm. I mean, I made an account on Substack or whatever. Nobody's watching my posts. I have like 1 view. Anyways, and I'm like opening Substack and I read the same thing all over. If you have less than 100 subscribers, make sure to interact with your post, with this post, and don't be surprised if you gain 1,000 subscribers out of nowhere, you know. And I'm like, scroll, next post. Substack, please connect me with all of the creators that have no subscribers, because together we're gonna make it. Bro, what? It's ridiculous. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. It's ridiculous. It's pathetic. Who is falling for that? Like, I can't see myself doing that content, you know? I want to do content that I feel like doing. You know, I want to do my stuff, you know? But then you guys go ahead and you worship those idiots. It's like, do I really want even an audience of these people? No, I don't. You know, I really don't want them to follow me. I want specific set of people to follow me. Because if I have these brain dead people following me, I don't want that. I swear I don't want it. So yeah, we have to be a very specific tribe around here. Harry, out of nowhere, bear market till next summer. Okay, yeah, I mean, probably, you know, a lot of people are already calling for bear market. I mean, I don't blame them, right? I don't blame them. Look at that, lower highs, lower lows. Like, we're not doing anything right now. This could just be like, you know, a bearish distribution. Where is my channels? Just a bearish distribution. You guys know what I'm talking about. ETH back to 1,400. You know, let's look on a higher time frame. I mean, honestly, that's here, the higher time frame buy zone. I hope it doesn't go, you know, the thing is, right, a higher time frame range, I know it looks messy, but 0.5 rejection, that means sub-zero, so it could even fall below that, you know, if that happens. If it really happens, could get really bad. So you know, but if it holds, it could be not so bad. In fact, it could be good. It is what it is. I don't make the rules, you guys. I don't make the rules. CZ makes the rules, not me. You know? Gabby, if you have to take a big loss on a trade, how do you process that? If I have to, you know what I used to do? I'll tell you what I used to do. I used to like take a big loss and then I would like delete everything as if it didn't happen. I'll be like, that never happened. It never happened. That was my processing when I started. And hi Bassie. So that was my processing. I used to process it like that. Then obviously when I learned, I haven't had to take a big loss in a while, potentially with the coins that I'm holding, but I'm still holding it, so it's like it's unrealized loss, you know. So I'm like it's just I'm holding, it's unrealized loss. I haven't realized the loss yet to be like, hey, this was a massive F up. In terms of trading, I'd say if I take a loss, I definitely take some time off to process it, because if you don't, if you feel like you can go again, that's a problem. That's now the dopamine hit, and you're looking to revenge trade, but the problem is, if you take a loss, you have to understand that it's highly likely that you're going to take another loss just because your mindset is not great, or because you're trading an asset that is momentum driven. I don't know. JD Hatcher, have to catch up later. Yeah, for sure, mate. No, that's fine. We're gonna leave it at here, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. After all, it's Monday. We have to wait for Monday price action to clear off a little bit, to clean the slates for us. I personally hate self-doubt after losing Raza. Yeah, I get it. I mean, Kun, did you lose something recently? Did you lose a trade? Is that why you're asking? Just take your time. You need to rebalance. You need to recalibrate after a loss. Definitely you need to recalibrate. Do not jump in the markets if you don't have clarity. Because when you have this clear mindset and then the clarity comes in, you're going to see the market in a completely different way. And if it's not clear at what you're seeing, just close it, right? Just close it. Come on Discord. Ask me, ask anyone else in the community how you feel about it. Tell us how you feel about it, then ask us how we feel about it, and then we can go from there. That's what I'd say. Yeah, you guys, also, you know what? Leave a comment after this video, after we finish it, and then share it on Twitter. Yeah, losing streaks are bad. Losing streaks are terrible. That's when you just have to just stop. You just have to stop. Sooner that you stop, the better. Yeah, exactly. All right, thank you so much for being here, you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. What a sad song. Yeah, that's better.